Good morning, ma'am. My name is John Michael Corpuz, and I am the first presenter of Group 3. And our topic for this meeting is management of the office environment. Office environment, I'm Office management involves the planning, design, implementation of work in an organization and its offices. This includes creating focused work environment and guiding and coordinating the activities of the office personnel to achieve business goals. These activities were evaluated and adjusted to improve and maintain efficiency and effectiveness and productivity. So the office managed environment is a crucial aspect of any workplace, requiring careful planning, organization, and supervision to create a productive, efficient, and comfortable workspace. This involves space planning, facility management, resource allocation, security and safety measures, technology integration, employee well being, communication and collaboration, budgeting and cost control, environmental sustainability, um, compliance with laws and regulations. By focusing on these aspects, the office environment can support the overall goals and objectives of the organization, ensuring a productive and efficient workspace for the employees. This approach contributes to increase employee satisfaction, productivity, and overall organization success. Planning for an office involves many details, including these key concerns: spatial design and layout, electrical requirements, lighting, and ergonomics. This will be covered by the other reporters. So my first is the spatial design and layout. Spatial design and layout plays also a crucial role in creating a functional and productive workspace. The choice of layout depends on various factors, including the available space, the nature of work, and the preferences of the employees. Here are some brief explanation of the four layouts method. As you can see in the presentation, we have the four office design or layout. First is the strip layout. In strip layout, as you can see in the picture, workstations or desks are arranged in a straight line along a wall or in the center of a room. This layout space efficient and works well in narrow or small offices. It can foster communication among employees as they are seated in close proximity. Next is the corner layout, and that shown in the picture. Corner layout positions in workstations or desks in a corner of the office space. This layout optimizes space and provides employees with two adjacent walls for placing furniture or equipment. It can be cozy and organized workspace. Next, we have L-shaped layout. The L-shaped layout is consists of two perpendicular rows of workstations or desks. It is forming with an L shape. This layout is versatile and it can make efficient use both open and corner spaces. It allows for a degree of separation between teams or departments. Last, we have the U shape with peninsula. In a U shaped layout with peninsula, workstations or desks are arranged in a U shape with peninsula extending from one end. This layout offers ample workspace and it is often used in larger offices for team based works. Um, it can encourage collaboration among employees while providing individual workspaces. We have spatial design or layout. Uh, we have established primary and secondary areas for these tasks like paperworks, computer activities, and projects. Establishing primary and secondary work areas for any specific task can help improve productivity and organization within an office space. Here's a breakdown of primary and secondary work areas for the task of paperwork, computer activities, and projects. Paperwork. In a dedicated desk or workstation is typically the primary area for paperwork tasks. This desk should be equipped with essential tools for such a comfortable chair, ample desk space, and storage for documents and office supplies. And in secondary work, in some areas, a secondary area for paperwork could be a quiet corner or designated filing cabinet or shelf within the office. This area can be used for sorting, organizing, or achieving paperworks. Computer activities. The primary work areas are based or best suited for primary work area that includes configured desk with a computer or laptop, comfortable chair, keyboard, and a mouse. It is considered ergonomic considerations to reduce strain during prolonged computer use. Secondary work area. In a secondary computer work areas, it can be set up for specific purposes, such as standing desk for occasional use, a lounge area with a laptop for more relaxed tasks, or a collaborative space for video conferencing and virtual meetings. Last is projects. In a primary work area, it is often require dedicated space for brainstorming, planning, and working on a project material. A primary work areas for projects may include a meeting room or a workspace with large table, whiteboard or flip chart, and uh, ample wall space for visual aids. For secondary area, depending the nature of the projects, it can include specialized spaces like a design studio, a workshop for hands-on projects, or a quiet zone for focused project research and writing. Let us keep in mind that flexibility is the key in modern office designs. Our employees should have freedom to move between primary and secondary work areas based on a specific task at hand. Additionally, providing options for collaborative work and quiet focused work can accommodate various work styles and preferences within the office environment. Effective office design should prioritize comfort, productivity, and ergonomics while supporting the specific needs of different tasks and workflows. Next is we have plan for accessible file systems. We have the action files, administrative files, client files, project files, and reference files. In planning for accessible file system is essential sorry to ensure that your organization documents and information are organized, easily revertible, and secure. So here's a plan for organizing accessible file system for the categories as we mentioned. Action files create a digital folder structure uh, that set up a digital folder structure for action files. These can include folders for each department or functional areas where actions files are generated. Naming conventions. Established clear naming conventions or files or folders. Use descriptive names that make it easy to identify the content of each file. We have to access permissions to ensure the access permissions are denied appropriately. Not all employees may need access to all action files, so limit the access to authorized personnel. And in regular review, implement a system for regular review for achieving of action files. It is outdated or completed files should be mm, should be archived or deleted to maintain a clean and organized file systems. Next is another system file is the administrative files. Mostly it will centralize locations uh, to store the administrative files in centralized locations such as dedicated or server cloud-based storage systems. Categorization is to organize administrative files into categories such as we have to separate the HR files, financing files, the legal files, which focuses on taxes or um, what's this business permits rather, uh, facilities. This section is for cashiers or anything or some this section is for the CEO and etc. Creating folders for each category. uh, we have version control. Implement the version control for important administrative documents to track changes and revisions. Retention policies. It establish retention policies to determine how long administrative files should be retained when they should be archived or deleted. So we have now the client files. Client folders create individual folders for each client using their names or client IDs as folder names. We have subfolders. Uh, within each client folder, use subfolders to categorize different types of client related documents, such as contracts, correspondence, and invoices. Documents naming consistently name client files and documents to include the relevant dates and descriptions. Access control. Limit the access to client files to authorized personnel only to maintain client confidentially. The next one is the project files. Project files create folders for each project using names or IDs as folders and names. Its subfolders is each project folder should use subfolders to organize project related documents by type, such as plans, reports, and communications. Versioning, implementation, control for the project documents to track changes and updates. Project codes. Consider using project codes or identifiers for easy references and tracking. The last one is we have the reference files, and mostly it creates reference library. This is for storing documents that are not frequently accessed but may be needed for the future references. Categorization is to organize reference files or topics to facilitate easy retrieval. Metadata, adding metadata or tags to references files to enhance searchability. Regular review periodically and update the reference files to ensure they are remain relevant and accurate. So let us remember also to regularly maintain and update your file systems to keep them organized and relevant. Let us educate our employees about the file structure and naming conventions to ensure consistent usage throughout the organization. Um, Additionally, consider using document software or tools to facilitate file organization, access control, and version tracking. Allocating space. Let's see. Okay, third one is allocate space for storage of office supplies. Allocating space for storage supplies is also crucial, and all of the three were crucial. But this is also crucial for maintaining an organized and efficient workplace. Here's the plan for allocating space of various types and office supplies. First one, we have the utilities. Central storage. We have to designate a central storage area for utilities such as pens, pencils, markers, scissors, staplers, and any other frequently used office supplies. Organizational tools. We use drawers, shelves, bins to keep these items neatly organized within the designated storage area. In accessibility, we have to ensure that the utilities storage area is easily accessible to all employees, preferably in a common workspace or supply room. Next, we have marketing materials. We have to allocate a specific area for marketing materials like brochures, flyers, and promotional items. Um, you have to use shelving or display units to showcase marketing materials attractively, making it easy for employees to assess and distribute them. Uh, the next sub for the marketing materials is labeling. We have to create label for each section of the shelf to indicate the type of marketing material stored there. The third one is the fax supplies. Fax supplies such as fax paper rolls and ink cartridges enclosed proximately to the fax machines. Secure storage. We have to ensure that fax supplies are stored securely to prevent theft or unauthorized access. Regulatory inventory. Regular inventory. Implement a system for monitoring fax supplies and restocking them when necessary to avoid disruptions in fax communications. Next, we have printer supplies. Nearly printers or near printers. We have to store printers supplies including paper, cartridges, maintenance kits such as inks or recyclable or exchangeable nozzles for the inks. This is are clearly intended for labeling. Also, we have to clearly label the storage area for each type of printer supply to prevent confusion. Inventory tracking. This is very important is to implement an inventory tracking system to monitor printer supplies levels and reorder when it's needed. The last one is the copier supplies. Store copier supplies such as copier paper, toner cartridges near the copiers to ensure quick and convenient access. When we have a photocopy machine, it needs a letter-sized bond papers uh, nearly to the machine to ensure the quick access and convenient to create a photocopy. Storage cabinets. This is also one. Storage cabinets or shelves to keep copier supplies organized and protected from dust and damage. Regular maintenance. We have to ensure that the copier supplies are regularly checked and replacements are readily available to maintain smooth copier operation. When allocating space for these office supplies, consider factors such as the frequency of use, ease of access, and security requirements. It is also good uh, to practice to periodically review and reorganize the storage areas to optimize space and ensure the supplies are well maintained and readily available when it's needed. So, additionally, it let us establish clear procedures for requesting and restocking supplies to maintain an efficient supply management system in our office.
So, hello everyone. I am Rowena P. Cruiz and I am the second reporter. So before we proceed to our next topic, there are electrical requirements. Plan for these electrical needs. So there are two types, outlets and telephones lines. So outlets, answering machines, backup drives, computers, copiers, electric pencil sharpener, external CD-ROMs, external hard drives, external modems, fans, fax machines, lighting. So lighting, there are two types of lighting, ambient and task. Then miscellaneous powered equipment, printers, scanners, space heaters, stereos, surge protectors, telephones, and the uninterrupted power supply systems. Let's proceed to the second, the telephones lines. There are three types of lines. First is business lines, second is fax lines, third is dedicated data lines. Lighting. Lighting is a critical. Consider these three key sources. First is ambient light or overhead. Second is task light on workstation. Third is natural light or sunlight or moonlight. Ergonomics. So, when we say ergonomics, what is ergonomics? So, ergonomics is the study of people in their working environment. More specifically, an ergonomist designs and modifies the work to fit the worker, not the other way around. The goal is to eliminate discomfort and risk of injury due to work. So what is office work? So office work is a room where professional duties and administrative work is carried out. The details of the work depend on the type of business that you are involved in, but will usually include using computers, communicating with others by telephone or fax, keeping records and files. Why do we need an office? So, the answer is, we need an office because it provides areas for workers to work and unwind, as well as the sitting for group invention, productivity, and well-being. Definition of ergonomics: the science that seeks to adapt work on working conditions to suit the worker, the study of the problem of people adjusting to their environment. Vital concerns of ergonomics. According to ergonomist Sally Longyear, the following are the things of importance to be aware of. Are your eyes really tired at the end of the day? Kung ganon, maaring kailanganin mong ayusin ang iyong display o ilaw at magsanay ng pagsasanay sa kalakasan ng mata. Number 2. Are your neck and shoulder often stiff and sore? Kung ganon, ang taas ng iyong upuan, display, o keyboard or mouse ay maaaring mangangailangan ng pagsasaayos. Suriin ang iyong distansya sa pag-abot at postura ng telepono. Number 3. Do you ever feel pain or discomfort in your back while working on your computer? Kung ganon, maaaring kailangan mong ayusin ang iyong backrest o postura. Number 4. Do you feel tingling numbness or pain in your forearm, wrist, or hands? Kung ganon, ang taas ng iyong upuan o keyboard mouse ay maaaring kailanganin ayusin. Gayon din, tignan mo ang postura ng pang-upo at posisyon ng pulso. Number 5. Are your legs often stiff and cramped, or do you have swelling and numbness in your ankle and feet? Kung gayon, maaaring kailangan mong ayusin ang taas ng iyong upuan o maaaring kailanganin mo ng pahinga sa paa. Number 6. Do you feel exhausted at the end of the day? Kung ganon, suriin ang iyong mga gawi sa pamumuhay para sa posibleng mga kadahilanan ng mga aambag. Mabuting nutrisyon, enerhisyo, pahinga at pagkabawas ng stress. following is a list of considerations that can be addressed when establishing a workstation or area for employees. Number 1. Ang mga mata ay kailangang humigit kumulang 24 to 26 pulgada ang layo mula sa screen, kung saan nakayuko ang liig sa loob ng 15 degree na anggulo, pataas o pababa. Ang tutok ng screen ay dapat na nasa ibaba lamang ng antas ng mata. Number 2. Ang likod at balikat ay kailangang nakarelax at nasa isang natural na posisyon na ang nagtatrabaho ay nakaupo ng matatag sa likod ng kaniyang upuan. Number 3. Ang mga siko ay kailangang magpahinga ng komportable sa mga armrest, ngunit malapit sa mga gilid ng katawan sa isang 90 degree na anggulo. Ang pulso ay kailangang pahabain mula sa mga braso. Sa ganitong anggulo rin, ang mga daliri ay bahagyang nakakurba pataas, kung saan ang paggalaw ng king ay banayad at komportable. Number 4. Ang mga tuhod ay kailangan ding nasa 90 degree na anggulo na ang mga paa ay ligtas sa sahig o isang footrest.
Good day everyone, I am Jenalou B and I am the next reporter, and I am going to report about the building and office layout. Building and office layout. Improvement office layout, right place of personal computers and the thermal control revealed the largest impact and productivity. Optimizing worker productivity has moved up to become an important as building location. Optimizing workforce productivity, organizational needs, and building location are quality important. The key to unlocking productivity may lie in office facility. And knowing the acting of an office space, it is important that you know exactly what you want or don't want in a list before you begin looking for office space or initiate the negotiating process. Second, you must know the maximum and minimum amount of square footage that fits your need, as well as the floor requirements. Here are the office concept. When choosing how to plan the office, you are faced with the decision of an open plan or separate office. Decision should be based on knowing the advantages and disadvantages of both. Here are the advantage. Open plan offices are more economical. You can provide more workspace and place more employee in an office. Communication is easier between workstations and departments. Things are easier for the supervisor as everyone is centralized area. Managers and senior managers are in constant with the staff. This makes handling issues and problems go much faster. And here are again the disadvantages. Open space are noisier and can be more chaotic than closed plan offices. Employees are in one large area and phone conversation or conversation between employees will be overheard easily. People passing to and from can also cause distraction of employees. In an office space, security is reduced. Each employee locks and lockable door like he would have it if each one has a separate office. Lastly, privacy is difficult to obtain with an open office plan. If family members call or if a confidential call needs to be made, it can get difficult. And that's all.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, classmates. My name is Maillene P. Dahuyag. My report is all about the office environment and health. The office environment is a combination of lighting, temperature, humidity, air quality, and decoration. The office can be healthy and comfortable place to work in if the correct combination of this element is maintained. The example, office environment is combination and lighting, temperature, humidity, at air quality ay mahalaga ito kapag ikaw ay nasa loob ng opisina dahil ang mga ito ay makatulong sa atin. Tulad ng ilaw, dahil ang ilaw ay makapokus tayo sa ating gagawin. Next is temperature. A comfortable temperature must be maintained between 20-26 degrees Celsius. Office temperature can be localized. A desk situated in direct sunlight will be much warmer than the average temperature in the office, and the desk situated directly under an air conditioning vent can be cooler than average. Ang temperature ay isang pagsukat kung gaano kainit o kalamig sa loob ng opisina. Kailangan ang temperatura ay tama ang lamig para ang nagtatrabaho sa loob ng opisina ay hindi masyado lamigin. Is humidity. The humidity is the low humidity can cause dryness of the eyes, nose, and throat, and may also increase the frequency of static electricity shocks. Ang humidity ay maaaring sanhi ng kanilang pagkatuyo ng kanilang lalamunan nang hindi mababa ang kanilang humidity. Next is ventilation. Office should be ventilated either naturally or artificially. Where mechanical ventilation or air conditioning is provided, make sure the system is regularly checked, keep clear, and well maintained to prevent growth of Legionella, bacteria, or other organism. Halimbawa nito ay ang opisina ay dapat palaging maayos, malinis, tignan para maiwasan natin ang sakit ng dulot ng bakterya sa loob ng opisina at sa iba pang organismo. Next is contaminated air. Contaminants in the office can include bacteria, viruses, mold, spores, and dust. Solvent, vapors, or chemicals generated or used in the building. Halimbawa nito ay maraming bakterya na magsama sa loob ng opisina o tulad ng virus dati na maraming tao na nabiktima ng dahil lang sa mga chemical. Then, the 5 appropriate control measures for the reduction of air contamination include 1. Effective air filtration. Number 2. Ensuring that adequate amount of fresh air enter the building. Number 3. Maintenance of air conditioning units, including regular cleaning. Number 4. Preventing the obstruction of event. Number 5. Locating equipment using solvent in non-air-conditioned area with substantial air movements and or installing local exhaust ventilation. Then next, smoking. Smoking. Environmental tobacco smoke is an indoor content and there is growing recognition that non-smokers may suffer adverse health effect through inhaling tobacco smoke. Halimbawa nito, ang tobacco ay makasira sa ating kalusugan at kapaligiran, lalo na kapag nasa loob ng bahay o trabaho, dahil sa pamagitan ng paglanghap ng usok galing sa kanilang usok. Next is ozone and photocopies. Modern photocopies and laser printers are fitted with an ozone filter and do not present any hazard to health provided they are properly maintained. Ang ozone at photocopies daw ay kailangan ilagay sa tamang lalagyan at ayos para safety ang kanilang mga copies. Kahit meron itong panganib na dumating ay hindi ito basta-basta masisira. Next is color. Color is study after study show that color influences not just mood but also wellness and productivity. The impact of a well-designed environment or emotional well-being is becoming widely known and widely accepted. Next and last, the contribution of color. Office space supports several kinds of very human needs. These include functional needs such as the ability to concentrate or to collaborate, and organic needs such as the ability to work comfortably with minimal fatigue. But office space also speak to emotional needs, from the needs to personal space to belongs of self-worth. That's all. Thank you.